Now, in this special edition of What's Cooking, we visited Michelin-selected Offbeat Bistro in Makati, and I got to talk to the Philippines Michelin Young Chef Awardee, Chef Don Baldosano. He tells us what's cooking in this interview. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are now here with a chef who was doubly recognized by Michelin very recently. Winner of two awards, two recognitions. First of all, the Michelin Guide Young Chef Award and a one Michelin star for Dinamnam, Chef Don Baldosano. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for having us. This looks fantastic, first and foremost. I need to start with the food.
For
Could
sure.
you tell us a bit of what's on this spread here in front of us? And Anne is very jealous. She's waiting for her turn. I'm going to get first bite. So tell us what we have here.
What you have, there's a little spread of what we have here at Offbeat, some of the new and old dishes that we have in the restaurant, essentially. I'll start off with this one. It's our inasal. So the idea was like do a fried chicken inasal, but still keep all the flavors and nuance of inasal. Then you have a couple of condiments, like a banana ketchup that we make here, creme fraiche made from toyo mansi, and our own achara as well. Right beside you there is our yempo. So the idea was like a very tender pork that we grill, but it's served with a paste on the side made from laing.
Okay.
So it's a little bit fun, but something very nostalgic for Filipinos still. Over there as well is our bibingka, a savory take on bibingka, when we make a traditional bibingka, then we cook it in butter. On top, there's a salad made from shrimp and a sauce of salted egg.
Okay.
Yeah. This is our inihaw na baboy rice.
Okay.
It's one of my favorites here in the restaurant.
Inihaw na baboy rice.
The idea was like, if you have yempo, then you would grill it and eat it with rice. What experience would you have? And we placed it in the form of fried rice.
And I like how it's beside the liempo. But yes, okay.
So pork on pork, essentially.
Of course, yeah. That's how we do it here.
And you have a salad here as well of sigarilyas. The idea was sigarilyas that we seasoned almost like a coleslaw, but in a Pinoy way. So it's sigarilyas that's seasoned with tinapa of mayonnaise. There's a little bit of eggs on top as well, like an old school salad, if you will.
Well, you know, as of filming, Offbeat, where we are right now, is around 8 months old. It's not even a full baby yet, right?
Definitely.
When we take a look at the concept, how it all started, it feels very distinctly Pinoy. But there's so many twists and turns. How would you encapsulate Offbeat?
When me and Angelo built Offbeat, the whole idea was to do retro Filipino. Like looking at the old school things that we used to cook as Pinoys and stuff that we've kind of forgotten already. Some regional stuff, some stuff that your lola or your mom has cooked before that you've forgotten. So bringing them all in a restaurant and showing a different side of Filipino food.
Is there any particular dish that you felt that, boy, this reminds me of your heritage, your family line in particular? Because I can only imagine that even a bit of your life is in some of these recipes.
Oh, definitely. I would say this one, the inihaw na baboy rice, is something very special for me. I mean, rice is something that I've been eyeing on since I started cooking.
Okay.
So that being on the menu for me was a culmination of all the things that I've been doing with rice and making it as nostalgic and as familiar to Pinoys in a way. So for me, because Sunday lunch for me was always reminded of yempo and inihaw na baboy and something grilled. So me having it on rice was something very familiar for me. So having it on here was something that's...
Because you said that, I'm going to try that out first.
Please
Sorry,
do.
Anne, wherever you are in this world. Of course, we have to also talk about Chef Angelo. Because
Definitely.
Chef Angelo is one of the best cookbook writers that I know of. I don't know many, but he's way up there for sure. When we take a look at his own creativity and the collaboration with him, what made it work? What made it make sense for Offbeat?
I think the first thing talaga is the friendship that me and Angela has and the respect for each other that we have. Whenever we would do dishes, we always collaborate on everything and we always accept each other's opinions on things.
Yep.
And I think that makes us a better team in a way because we understand what each other likes and what each other should need in terms of help.
Yeah.
So we always just try to be there for each other whenever we have to do something. So the idea is whatever the other person can't do, the other person is there for.
So what doesn't he like?
Well, I think I can't say anything specifically because we try to do everything here in the restaurant.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing specifically really.
You know, and all of a sudden, I mean, like one of the reasons why we're here is because this is also recognized by
Definitely,
Michelin
yeah.
as well. And it's, again, not even a baby year old.
Yeah.
Just how surreal is that? Has Michelin changed anything, or the recognition changed anything with the running of Offbeat?
First and foremost, I would say there will be no changes on how we would run things.
Yeah.
Us being recognized with something like this just goes to show that the hard work of the team and the dedication they've been putting on has been all worthwhile.
Yeah.
But for us, it's definitely a huge recognition to be recognized by Michelin and having all these medias looking at us. For us, this just goes to show what Filipino food and different side of Filipino food can do.
You know, what I love about your philosophy in general, I think we see it here, is that you're a real champion for Filipino food, Filipino ingredients in particular, and you championing that brought you to the world stage. Again, focusing on Offbeat in particular, is there anything that you feel you want to help educate the general public with, considering the inventiveness that we see here? Look, I'm about to have this rice.
Please do.
I know it's just rice, but the way you described it, oh my gosh.
It's my favorite.
Wait, ang gets ko. Sobrang gets ko. Okay. Wow, I get why it's your favorite.
Yeah.
I haven't tried everything yet.
You don't have to eat anything with it.
Oh, hi. I think that's the problem. So again, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need a viand with it, but I'm gonna put a viand with it in just a bit. But yeah, focusing on that, local ingredients, local delicacies brought to life. It's retro but forward-looking at the same time. Are you surprised that this has global appeal?
Not really surprised, honestly. I think we've been all pushing for Filipino food for a long time, and we've known that we've had the place in the world stage for food. I think it's just the right moment now that Michelin is here, and we're actually being able to showcase what we like and what we eat.
Oh my gosh! But yes, the oh my gosh is for the answer in the food.
No worries.
Yes, but I'm going to start off with this next
Please do.
because it looks so interesting. When we look at Linam Nam. Now we're going to focus on Linam Nam because, again, you're recognized for that. You practically have 3 recognitions for Michelin. Linam Nam is built on your own family's home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
You decided to basically invite strangers into your home to try out your mad experiments since 2018.
Yes.
How did all that come about, and was asking permission from your family, who are also there,
Yeah.
an issue?
I think that wasn't an issue because I never asked them. I just did it on my own.
Okay.
Then I think the whole idea was I wanted to do something that I couldn't do for working for someone else.
Okay,
Which
yeah.
was to explore my own creativity. Because being in a kitchen, there are certain rules that you have to follow, that you have to be consistent all the time. You have to do the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Which I hated. So I wanted to build a restaurant wherein I could go away from all those rules and we could just be as creative as we can.
So a place where you can actually play.
Exactly.
And that's the reason why the menu is different every time you eat there, or practically different.
So that wasn't actually the main reason of why we were changing the menu. The main reason why we changed the menu is we wanted to highlight the seasonality of the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Because there's not much a lot of Filipinos who touch on seasonality and the produce that we have here yearly. So for us, being able to showcase a different menu all the time showcases the micro seasons that we have here in the Philippines.
I like how you mentioned the micro seasons, because some people just think tag-ulan, tag-init.
Exactly. So that's the
Right.
one thing that I try to fight against, because every time magtanong ka sa Pinoy, it's laging mainit, maulan. But there's so much more to it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like before tag-ulan, before tag-init, there are so many stuff that we get before those seasons. I love that you like the food.
No, I mean like, but why not? Wait lang, ha? Shut up, no, keep on talking. But when we look at that concept, I love the fact that you said 90% of your ingredients in Linam Nam were locally sourced. You're championing ingredients that are not as used, but then are available here in the Philippines, but then it's so hard to get. Well, let's talk about the sourcing first, because ingredients obviously make the meal. The freshness, it changes everything. How difficult is it to actually champion Filipino food at that level?
I think honestly, It is quite difficult in terms of getting really good ingredients. That's something that a lot of the chefs have been trying to fight for a couple of years now, trying to build this proper logistics of getting better produce here in Manila.
Yeah.
But I think that challenge comes with other things as well, of us pushing better and just trying to know how to work with the ingredients that we have here at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a betterment for the industry. Even though it's really hard to champion Filipino food, us being able to push this just showcases what we can do more in the future.
It's so sad to hear. It's hard to champion Filipino food.
Yeah.
Yet you're doing it in so many ways. Currently you have around 3 ventures in terms of restaurants, including Linam Nam, Offbeat. There's another one as well.
Balvinos.
Yeah. Yes. And then you're having another one, at least thinking of having another one in Bacolod,
Yes.
where you're going to explore more of local produce there, right? Your whole journey so far has been all about being Filipino. Your recognition has been global for being Filipino. Does this Michelin Award actually reinvigorate that passion, adds more fuel? I don't think you needed it in terms of the drive,
Yeah.
but does that add something else, a little something, just to be able to push it?
For us, it's more of like an assurance in a way that what we're actually doing is right and that we shouldn't stop with what we're doing. Because I mean, for a moment there, we're a really small restaurant, we're a really small team. So for a while, we were doubting ourselves if we are doing the right thing.
Really?
Because Linam Nam wasn't built to be a business in a way. It was built to send a message. So when we were doing that, we were always questioning ourselves, is this the right way? Because I have other restaurants that work like other restaurants. That one works very differently. So the fact that we've gotten something that recognizes what we've done just means that we're doing something right.
What message do you feel was amplified with the recognition of Michelin?
Well, I think it's more of that Filipino food can be something.
When you say Filipino food can be something, what is the frustration as a chef in terms of being able to champion Filipino food? We talk about ingredients, we talk about freshness, we talk about produce, but looking at the industry itself, is there maybe an aversion to being Filipino that you feel that some people avoid because you think of Italian, you think of Japanese, think of all of these things. That's high class, high quality.
Yeah. So that's the exact thing that we're trying to fight against. Because I don't think there's any frustration in the industry to be Filipino. Because I think now people are knowing that being Filipino and doing Filipino food can actually be good, and it is actually looked at as something very good right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think you have to cook Filipino, other stuff like Italian, French, or other cuisines to be actually recognized anymore.
Yeah.
So just being Filipino and being proud of it is actually something that's good now.
So being Filipino is enough?
Yes, definitely. More than enough.
More than enough. And of course, for those who are going to be introduced to this for the very first time, either through Linam Nam, through Offbeat, through your future ventures, when they see a Chef Don creation, what can they expect? What is going to be different from their worldview when they look at Filipino food once they try your cooking?
Well, all the time, I always say that what I want to showcase is the possibilities of Filipino food. That what we eat every day on our tables, what we eat in a carinderia, is not just that. There's so much more to what we can do with Filipino food, and maybe it's a start for everyone to look at it that way.
I mean, wait lang ah. Stop it. You stop it. And what I love about lying, it's a very musical food.
It lingers.
No, yeah, it's a very musical food when I say, lying beside you, here in the fire. But chef, because you don't find that funny, we're gonna move on.
No, I'm good.
I want to talk about the future moving on.
For sure.
When people talk about Michelin, they're talking about the global recognition, more eyes to the table. They're going to talk about the pressure on the restaurants to succeed even further, the pressure on the chefs. What I'm getting from you, body language wise, is that you're very unbothered by all of that.
No, not really, of course.
Is that the case? Do you feel that there's more added weight in the consistency required and the innovation required to maintain this certain status?
I would be lying if I said there's no added pressure at all. But I think that's the one thing that I've been telling all of my team, even myself, that why should you be pressured? If they recognize you for doing what you're doing, then there's nothing to think about than keeping it consistent and doing what we're doing right now. So I think it'll always be in the back of your head, but I think that's always good as well, just for you to make sure that you're consistent and you're always thinking about doing something better and doing things perfect.
I saw an interview, you as a 12-year-old, not saying where I found it, but I found it, that you wanted to have recognition, not quite sure what exactly, from Michelin. 15 years later, boom, you have it. Is it full circle for you already, or has age increased your level of expectation of yourself?
Well, I think it has not come full circle already because growing up, when I started doing Filipino food, the goal wasn't even to get Michelin stars because it wasn't even a possibility for me to get a Michelin star in the Philippines at that time. So our only goal was to actually push Filipino food, and I don't think I've done my job yet.
You have a great community alongside you. Chef Angelo, we gotta mention him again because Offbeat, fantastic. The work that he's doing also fantastic, trying to tell stories as well with food. And I personally feel that our heritage hasn't been explored enough in general. We're losing so many heritage dishes because maybe it's hard to do, lack of ingredients and all of that. When you look at your food, could we describe it as maybe our history? Could we describe it as a way to reconnect to a lineage that maybe we're not as connected as we think of? Because there's so much thought and love put into the research. I want to know how we can classify your dishes.
I would say the food that we make, even the ones that we make here at Offbeat with Angelo, it's not essentially history, but it's something that we use for you to appreciate history. We're the means for you to understand what we were doing before. We're not the ones making history here. We're trying to show you that history was actually good before.
Don, we're running out of time, and buti na lang we're not running out of food for Anne. But when we look at what's next for you, we know you have a new restaurant coming up in Bacolod, but what is next for you in the next 5 years or so? Have your goals changed? Have your dreams changed in a way that possibly, all of this recognition from Michelin has changed?
Definitely not. I think we're still pushing for the same things in the restaurant. After the awards, we came to the restaurant. Of course, we congratulated the team, made sure their efforts was thanked. But at the end of the day, I told them, it's still the same job, it's still the same focus, still the same goal. We stick to it, we're gonna do the same job.
All right, so could you invite all our viewers to where they can catch you, 2, to come and visit Offbeat, and 3, if you have something in Bacolod coming up or anything like that, where can they get updates on that?
So please catch me in my restaurants. So here at Offbeat in Makati and Bombinos in Bel Air, Makati as well. And I do have my fine dining restaurant, Linamnam, Manila.
Okay, perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, Chef Don, really appreciate you, and I cannot wait to really dig in here. I'm trying to be so polite. But before we let you go, my friend, our show is called Beautiful Day. This is never my question to ask.
For sure.
I'm so worried asking this question. What makes your day beautiful?
Good food.
I got you. Here's good food, huh?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Chef Don Baldosano, ladies and gentlemen. Then, of course, it was delicious. And we have a second partner coming up with Anne sitting down with Chef
Angelo Comsti. Yes.
Watch out for that sometime this week. Of course, delicious conversation, and hopefully we're not done featuring more of the Michelin-selected.
I know. We should go
restaurants.
visit all the Michelin-selected restaurants.
Madami.
I'm curious about those I haven't tried yet. I'm just glad that Samtai got a recognition as well, because Mo and I always go there. But going back to Offbeat,
So you don't
all
go there
that.
sometimes.
Oh, hindi na sometimes.
Oo.
Often time. Often time.
We're
But-
friends na. Oh my gosh, pareho na humor natin.
But all that food you saw on the table, They were all so good. Can
my
I just
gosh.
say, ang dami nating nakain.
Tama yan,
And
tama yan.
congratulations, Chef Don. You know what? Before we started that interview, we were having a conversation, and then Chef Angelo and I were talking about the radio program that we had back in the day on Wave when we were doing food reviews. And sabi namin, that happened around maybe like 2011. Tapos sabi ni Chef Don, oh, that was the time I was in Junior Master Chef.
Oh, that's funny. I was still in college then.
So kami ni Chef Angela was like, oh, okay.
That's so good. But again, of course, catch our extended interview, or rather our part 2
Yes.
sometime soon this week.